Hey everybody, this is Agnes Friedlander with Artist Heart Studio, but everybody calls me Aggie. Hello, hello. Yay, it's gonna let me flip the camera. That's great. So happy Saturday to you. I am here to show you funky feathers. I created a tracer and you can grab it at my website, agnesfriedlander.com. Go grab that. I'm not gonna be able to send it to you right now because I'm live here on Facebook, but I will send it to you within 24 hours. So let me turn the camera down and we're gonna get started right away here. I've got myself all set up here with a 6x12 substrate, and I've already prepped it so that to avoid the boredom of, I didn't think you'd want to watch me trace this. But what I did was I gessoed. I had previously had something else on here and it was discolored a little bit, so I had to put a few coats of gesso to get rid of that. And then I just painted it with Anita's metallic white. And so it's got this nice little pearl sheen to it. If you are, oh, by the way, if it's your first time here, hello, welcome. Drop me where you're from. Let me know where you're from. So glad to have you here with me. So anyway, I took my tracer and I trimmed it out and decided exactly how I wanted to have it positioned on there. Taped it down with blue painter's tape and traced it with my little, I call this a nail dotter. What do you call it? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna paint this, and I'm gonna use like a nice liner brush. And I haven't really totally decided what color paint I'm gonna use. You know what I forgot? I forgot my iPad so that I can see comments. You know what? Hold on, let me go grab my iPad. So sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta run upstairs and grab it. Okay, got my iPad, and of course it's almost dead because I forgot to plug it in. But let me pull you guys up on here. Oh, I better plug it in right away. It's acting a little ornery. I was thinking about all the other things so much that I forgot to do that. And I better check my phone too, because it's probably almost out of juice too, I bet ya. Isn't that always the way? So tell me where you're from. If you're new here, please say hello, hello. Okay, Artist Heart Studio. Can I find myself here? There we are. Okay. You tried to remind me? What did you try to remind me, Lisa? Hello. Hi, Shelly, Brandy. You know me too well. Okay, so I don't like the angle of this. Maybe I'll just leave this laying flat. That holder doesn't work that great for me. Okay. I wonder how much battery I got on my phone. I better plug that in too if I can find a place. Hold on. All right, I got another cord. And there's not enough room to plug it in over there, so let's see if I can plug it over here. It's like there's just never enough outlets anymore, right? Or is it just me? Those of you that have done lives, you know the struggle is real. Okay, now I have a cord hanging. Hopefully I won't have problems with that. All right, so we're all juiced up and ready to go. Yay! Janessa's here. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Sharon. Hello, hello. Where are you guys from? Sheila, I know I talked with you like a year ago or so. You're down in one of the Carolinas, right? Welcome. Okay, so here's the plan. Let me tell you what I'm thinking so far. I found this awesome, isn't this pretty? Look at that. It's a mirror, you guys, and you can see through it just a little bit. Sorry, I'm not in the camera real well. But it is from Hobby Lobby in the candle section. And it's really very, very pretty. That's what I'm going to use for the center. You know, the part that's usually kind of a taupey color. And I used my nippers, my wheeled nippers, and I just nipped away and got that shape. They're actually pretty easy to nip. You know, if you do little tiny nips, you can get it the shape that you want. So that's going to be what's there. And then this, I'm going to, you know, for the part that's usually, oh, I need my tracer to show you. The part that's usually, you know, that thing, like the kidney bean shape, for lack of a better explanation, I'm going to use these dark blue faceted beads that I bought on Amazon. And there's all kinds of awesome stuff like this. They're just, if you just look for teardrop crystal beads, you'll find tons. And then here's a second color I have that's like a more aqua color. So I'm going to do something like that. I am going to paint this first with you, and I'm going to add resin over it. Okay, so so that's my plan. Now you don't have to use this sort of a thing. You could certainly just paint it and add, you know, you could just paint it and leave it, and it's going to be very pretty. Or you could add beads. I'm going to use beads today, or you could add glass. You know, there's so many different ways you could do this. My paint color, so the hardest part probably is going to be painting it, and you're definitely going to need a script liner type of brush. And you know me, if you've been following me at all, if you're painting lines and you need them to be nice and smooth, the number one thing you have to do is water it down. It has to be a nice watery consistency. So I'm going to use my Golden Payne's Gray, and I'm going to add quite a bit of water to this. I just love this color, don't you? So can't really get a lot of water from my water container over here. But I'm just going to, I created a little puddle of water, and I'm going to pull the pigment into that puddle as I need to. I don't know how dark I want it yet. I'm not sure yet. Maybe something like that. We'll see how this looks on this background. So this background, if you missed it at the beginning, I simply painted it with a coat of Anita's metallic white. I love this stuff. Here's the one I did previously. And, you know, there's just so many ways you could do these feathers. This is gold paint pen. I painted it first. I just painted the inside with teals and blues, and then I let that dry and outlined it with the Premio. It's really Premio. The Deco Color Premium Prime Premio. Isn't that a funny name? They really wanted to get that across. Hi, Carlotta. Hi, Bobby. Hey, Michelle, Pam. Where did I get the gems? I think I answered that. They're from Amazon. Yep, I didn't see your question earlier. I'll look down every once in a while and answer questions. So yeah, isn't this the most awesome gold paint pen? The best. Don't waste your time on any other gold paint pens, right? So I've got them in all 3 sizes. I've got it in, and it is a little confusing when you look on Amazon, but so there's bullet nibs, and there's kind of this, I don't know what this nib would be called, a squarish nib, and then there's a fine tip. Here's a calligraphy one. Actually, this is a different brand, I just realized. But anyway, I don't know which one of these nibs I'm going to use yet. Okay, so let's get started. This will be the boring part. Oh, that's okay. No problem, Carlotta. All right, let's get started. So I always like to make sure my hand's really comfortable, my body's comfortable. I am standing. I'm trying to stand more. They're saying that, they've been saying this for years, but you know, sitting all day, that's gonna kill us. Oh, okay. Ooh, it's beating up a little bit. You know what? I think I'm gonna just embrace that. I think I'm just gonna embrace that. So, I've got the paint nice and watery, and I kind of apply more pressure and then pull up on the pressure. And, you know, this is a skill, I have to admit, and I've been painting a while, so I have the muscle memory, I guess you could say. But give it a try. Don't shy away from it. If you're intimidated by this, just give it a try. Do the best you can. You'd be amazed how nice it's gonna look. Let me fill this in so I don't get confused. And I think I'm gonna go over it with gold paint pen here and there. So I think the gold is gonna look really good next to this. Okay, this all gets filled in. And you know, keep your, oh, I made a little boo-boo, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Keep your tracer close by because it does get a little confusing. So what is the weather like where you are at? Please tell me. I am, hey Beverlyn. I'm in the very southernmost tip of Wisconsin. Essentially, we're almost a suburb of Chicago, to tell you the truth. You know, I can get to Chicago in about an hour, and that's where I'm from originally. And we had thunderstorms all night, so I had kind of a fitful sleep last night. And then it, you know, it rained again this morning a little bit more. Did you guys have rain or storms? All right, so I'm going to make some kind of connecting line here of this shape. I will say you have to have a decent brush for this, for sure. So these are sometimes called script liner brushes. So that's what I got so far. It might be called a rigger brush. This is my favorite brush company. I've been using these for years. And you can find them at Michael's, but I buy them direct. And I share all that great information with my members on where I get all my good stuff from a lifetime of, you know, A lifetime of making art. Yeah, and I do have a membership in case you didn't know. And of course, I like to promote it. I guess you could say that's why I'm doing this. We would love to have you. My membership is open. Got about 120 members now, all awesome ladies, and we have a really good time. We paint. A lot of them have joined because they wanted to learn how to paint better, and they also, a lot of us really love glass and resin art. So it's kind of a combination type thing, which probably sounds a little strange. But we do, I might be straying from the tracer on this part, but that's okay. I kind of like the watery part. We are expecting 102. Oh, sunny and hot in Idaho. I can't believe that San Antonio is 88 with a high of 99. I think we're going to get around 99, or it's at least I think it's going to be 100 or feel like 100 or something like that. Now I am smearing a little bit. I see over there. I'm going to paint this side of it and work my way around, because as you can see, my hand, I don't know if you can tell, but my hand, am I still on camera? My hand is, if I could bring you guys closer. Maybe that'll help a little bit. My hand is resting right on there. Would this help? Is that better at all? Should be a little better. I always say we're having a cold front. I am going down to Texas for Labor Day weekend, and I'm so excited about it. I am really starting to get more excited about it, you know, as it gets closer. It's an art retreat. Have you guys ever gone on an art retreat? Oh, I need it bad. I need me another art retreat. And this one is with Stacy. Oh my gosh. I always don't remember things when I am live on camera. So forgive me, Stacy. Oh gosh, I can't remember. I'm being really bad right now. Can't remember her name. Spangler, Stacy Spangler. Oh my goodness, I'm nuts. Yeah, so Stacy Spangler and another lady, Andrea something, I think is her name. And it's in Round Top, Texas. So flying into Austin. I'm a little bit nervous about the temperatures down there. I don't do well in extreme heat. I don't know. I'm a wimp when it comes to that stuff. So there's a little bit of, there's some ridges from my, when I painted the Anita's Metallic on there. And I kind of like the effect that's what's happening. What's happening is the paint is settling into some of those ridges, but I like that. You can kind of see it, right? I think you can see it. Janessa, you're in the 90s too. You don't like being cold. I don't blame you. Most people don't. Well, in the winter, I am having a hard time with the winters here, I will say. I'm getting to where I'm like done with all the icy coldness. You know, but my grandkids are here. My daughter is in Oswego, Illinois, and that's about I don't know, hour and a half away. And it would be tough to leave. We thought about it. We were seriously thinking about moving down to Florida, and then the prices went crazy. That's my dog Charlie upstairs, if you can hear that, his nails on the wood floor. All right, not too shabby. I think I do need to get my kneaded eraser and pick up some of that. Let me go grab that. So there are 3 tracers in this set. This is the first one, and I guess it's really, I'd call it a peacock feather, wouldn't you? This is just my kneaded eraser. You know, you can just like press it down. You can also roll it to really remove excess graphite. Did you know that? You can roll it. Okay. Moving on. All right, I think I'm going to start up here and work my way down again. All right, here we go. We're doing good, we're doing good. So you kind of need to have this line in there so that you can connect the other lines to it. I'm adding a little more water because my paint is starting to look a little too thick. I kind of feel like the somewhat thinned down paint kind of gives it a softer look. And it is a feather after all. I had my Pandora on a few minutes ago while I was tracing this. I so wish that I could have music on while we're doing it live, but no can do. Alrighty. So I used to do face painting too, and I learned from this Belgian face painter. Let me just show you on a piece of paper. Because, you know, when you're painting someone's face, you really do have to make sure the lines look good. And the best tip I got from him was the way you hold your brush. If you hold your brush at exactly 90 degrees to the surface, so you know what 90 degrees is, right? Straight at it, you'll get a thinner line. So the handle of my brush is straight up, and I get a really thin line, right? Because if I angle my brush down, now my brush is at an angle, you get a slightly thicker line. And then of course, you know, if you angle it down and just apply more pressure. So now I'm letting the belly of the bristles touch the paper. The belly would be the middle of the bristles. When we did the 90 degree, it was just the tip touching the paper. But when we're doing that line, to get that thicker body of these lines that we're painting, you'd start out with it at a 90 degree angle, just the tip touching, and then you press down and let the belly touch and apply a little more pressure. So hopefully that helps. Upstate New York, I didn't know that. Yeah. Shelly, what do you listen to? I bet you like everything, but I bet you like country, right? Yesterday was Shelly's birthday, and you're 8 years younger than me. You're almost the same age as my niece. So you're a 70s child, really, right? I didn't think about that before. Shelly and I are good friends. I love my Shelly. But I didn't put it together that you're my niece's age. I have a sister that's 9 years older and a niece that's 9 years younger. Yes, my sister was very young when she got pregnant. Not too long ago, I shared a picture of my grandmother. I'm named after her. And I still remember that apartment. That's my sister's first apartment when she got married and had my niece, Kim. And see, I think I was, how old was I, 9 or 10? And I didn't understand that I couldn't play with the baby. The baby was boring. I'm like, wait a minute, I waited all this time and I still can't play with the baby? Waited all this time for you to have her? Yes, happy birthday, Shelly. All right, we're getting there, we're getting there. This is pretty quick. The other thing I think I want to say about this, if you're nervous about painting these lines, is paint them, you gotta just keep the brush moving and don't think about it too much. Is there anybody here that hates when people say that? But have you ever just tried it? Just don't think about it too much, just do it. It helps, it helps me. Maybe it doesn't help everybody. But anytime I think about something for too long, I can almost talk myself out of it. So don't do that. Just do it. And sometimes you can paint a better line when you don't stall in the middle of it. If you stall, it's just gonna not look as fresh and spontaneous and flowy. See that one? And if you go over it too much, it can really mess it up like I just did there. Now there I made a mistake and had a dot, so I'm gonna wipe it up real quick. So I have my resin measured already, believe it or not, because I wanted to be ready. I am going to resin this with you. But man, I'm thinking this paint needs to dry. It might not, it's so humid today that I need to make sure this paint is totally dry. Maybe I should have had another one ready to go. Or I suppose I could tap a napkin on this. All right, and now I'm going to pull this center line down through here a little bit more. Okay, but it's so wet. All right. So what do you think? Should I put a napkin on it? Let's go for it. Let's try it. So I'm going to put a paper towel down on this. Now, you don't have to do that. The only reason I'm doing it, I kind of smeared it there a little bit, is so that I can move ahead and get this done. Actually, I don't mind the effect that it's giving me. Just make sure the paper towel is dry if you press it a second time. Okay, so it looks kind of dotty, but I don't mind that. Now I'm going to hit it with my heat gun. Hey, Carolyn. Okay. I want it really good and dry. And I think it is. Oh, I see one wet spot. Like I say, you don't have to press a paper towel into it, although it is not a bad effect. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do the gold paint pen now that I look at it. All right, so that's the piece that's going to go there. And then this area here, I want to fill in with seed beads. So I've got a few different colors. Oh, I think I do need the gold. So I've got this is called medium olivine. Oh, metallic olivine. And this one is called, gosh, it's hard to read, metallic turo, or turquoise. And then this one is antique brass. Okay, so let's get a little gold on here and see. All right, so this is the Deco Color Primo Premium. Hey, Wendy. And let's make sure it's working. Yeah. All right, so, all right, I wouldn't mind having that dark color there. I don't know. Let's just outline a little bit and see, you know, what we think. Yeah, I think I do like that. Like, you know, maybe I'll just outline, oops, got to kind of went off course there a little bit, but that's not even the worst thing in the world if that does happen. You know, I don't mind that. Sorry, I guess I'm kind of concentrating now. Yeah, I mean, and it's really pretty when the light hits it, right? And I think what's really cool about this is that everybody's is going to look different, you know? Oh, I kind of messed that up. Okay, let's see. And then you could put this solid gold inside these shapes if you want to, you know. I think I will. All right, almost done. I don't know why I did those dots, but oh well. Okay, so there we go. There's that. Got to have some sparkle and shimmer, right? So now, Shelly! Hey Cheryl, how are you, girl? Hey Karen, Wendy. Okay, well, you know, that's oil-based, so that does need a few minutes, but meanwhile, we can go ahead and put this guy down here. And if you missed it, come back and watch this later. And by the way, you know, you can go grab my tracers at agnesfriedlander.com. I've got this set called Funky Feathers. There's 2 more underneath there. I've already done one. And this is what it looked like. And I'll probably do another one too. And I will send you that tracer. Give me 24 hours though. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of just clear glue, and not much because I do want to resin this in a few minutes. So a very small amount. And I'm gonna kind of spread it with my finger so it's just a very thin layer of glue, because I'm gonna put these things on here now. Nice thin layer. Plunk this guy down here. And again, 2 more dots. I'm gonna put my little gems, tiny little bit of glue. I mean, and I'm putting a little bead of glue and then I'm hitting it with my finger so that it's an especially thin layer of glue so it'll dry quickly. And of course the reason for that is if you have anything wet, anything water-based, when you hit it with resin, it's going to cloud your resin, and there's no fixing it other than sanding it off and doing it over. So we don't want that to happen. All right, so move that up a little bit. And then I've got this other color, which I think I just got glue on the front of. Tiny bit, tiny bit, and I mean tiny bit. Just so that it won't move around on me and drive me insane, you know? You don't have to glue it down. I'm doing that because I'm live and I'm trying not to embarrass myself. You don't have to do 3, you might do 2. In fact, you don't even have to do these at all if you don't want to. Oh, I should have left good enough alone. Okay. All right, now before that dries, I'm gonna put green in there. So these are just green seed beads. And I don't care if the hole is showing. I will live with that. Let the seed beads fall where they may. Oops. Get a toothpick. Ooh, that looks pretty on there. Now you don't have to use seed beads. You could use anything you'd like. You know, I don't know, pearls, fire glass, you know, vase filler, whatever you would like. And that's what's so cool about this, is that, you know, we can all make these as unique as we are, right? And this is the first time I bought these check metallic seed beads. They are very nice. And then I'm going to use the other color, the blue that I have, aqua actually. I might pull this out a tiny bit more. Hopefully that'll work. I wish I had put the glue out a little bit further. Am I still on camera? Wilson! How are you, girl? Good to see you. At least are you off today? Hopefully. You must be off today, right? Oh, yeah. Wilson is the hardest working girl in the group. And I mean, I think this is pretty quick, this one. If you've got the brush skills, if you can paint those lines halfway decent, this comes together really quick. Okay, now I still want to add the brown that I have. So here's that. This is this antique brass. So I actually need a little more glue, don't I? I kind of need to bring more blue over on this side. All right, let's do that. Let me thin that out. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, let me add a little blue first. A little bit of blue. I keep losing my toothpick. There it is. Oh yeah, that's better, right? So when you're thinking about art and colors of art that you make, do you, are there certain colors that you kind of shy away from because you don't think people will buy them? Just curious. I mean, I think these colors are always in. Hey, Denise. All right, I'm gonna bring a little bit more glue around. A little bit more glue, and now I'm going to add this brown. I'm calling it brown, but it's antique brass. Ah! I usually put it in a little cup, and that's what I should have done. Guess what I should have did? So I'm just trying to outline this shape, that center part there. Actually, I don't mind all that, to tell you the truth. I kind of think that looks cool now that I see that. Happy accident. Oh, I really like that. Okay, let's turn around Bright Eyes. And you know what would be really cool? If you had the time and the energy to put a brown line right there. Wouldn't that look great? Not brown, but antique brass right there. Ooh, baby. That would be pretty. I'm not going to do that. I want to resin this for you guys so we can move on with our lives. Oh, I do have enough. Okay, so here we go. Let's put more of this. And like I say, if you don't want to do seed beads, you could totally do fire glass or cut up your own bits of glass. Anything really, right? Oh, I really like that brown antique brass going up in here, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pull that up there a little bit. You know, and you could really go crazy with this and pull them all the way up. You make lines of it going all the way out, right? Hey, Trina. I know, we all love our happy accidents, don't we? So what do you think? Does that look like that's enough on there? Now I kind of want to bring something down this way. Let's do that. Let's bring a line of this all the way down. Ooh-wee. It just goes right to it. It goes right to the glue. Isn't that funny? Oh yeah, that helped. Oh my goodness, I love this. I don't know, I mean, everybody loves peacock feathers, right? Aren't they pretty? We did a peacock class in the membership. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't believe how gorgeous everybody's peacocks turned out. You can also mound this up a little bit more to kind of bring it over. I think I will. I want to just mound this up a little bit more to hide the edge of that glass there. So for that I need green. And then we're going to resin. Yay! So I'm going to pour it on the glass and then move it where I need to. Hopefully it'll kind of hang on the edge. And I love the fact that that's a little mirror there. That's kind of nice too. Yeah, one day I was in Hobby Lobby and looking around and I'm like, wow, look at that. That's really pretty, you know. Actually, I was with Dale and I took a picture of Dale and I with it. Oh, whoa, whoa. Dale might even be watching. Okay, I think we got it. All right, what do you say? What do you think? Hey, Brandy. You know what? I'm going to pull just a little bit up here. And then I promise I'm stopping. I promise. I think. Okay, gotta turn it. So this is about 2.5 ounces of resin you're gonna need. I'm using KS resin. I do have to mix it for 4 minutes. Stir it, I mean, for 4 minutes. Where'd my toothpick go again? Toothpick, toothpick, where are you? Here it is. They kind of have a mind of their own a little bit, these guys. All right, just a couple more right here. And I bet you guys are going to come up with stuff that's even better looking than this one. I know you are. And I love that when I see that. It just, I don't know, it just warms my heart. It's just so good to see people, you know, taking these designs that I come up with and running with them and making really beautiful stuff. I just love that. Okay. All right, well, maybe we're going to need to chat a few minutes because I know that that's not dry yet, right? You know what I might do? I think I might put, well, that means more glue. Well, I'm not gonna use any more glue. Let me get some blue seed beads. these are bigger though. These are bigger and they're not metallic, so they might not look as good. I don't know. Oh no, I think they're okay. But I can't use any more glue because it'll still be wet. Because we're gonna mix the resin in a few minutes. Somebody's thinking about joining. Yeah, we are open. We would love to have you. You can cancel anytime. We've got, I don't even know how many lessons we've got in the group. But some of the lessons are in a separate Facebook group. I have several different Facebook groups because I sell my classes, you know, not only to they're not only for members, but some people just don't want to join a whole membership, but they just want to take some of the classes. So then I have to put it in a separate Facebook group. And so that's why I've got like the sunflowers, the Christmas trees, and whatnot in separate groups. And a lot of my classes, when I do a class, it's not just the one lesson, like this one, for instance. It's a funky feathers class, but there's actually 3 different feathers in this. And I probably will make this into a full-fledged online course later on. So yeah, I like that. I added some blue, kind of pulls the eye up there. You could certainly add more blue into all of these wherever you would want to, you know. Hey, Sherry. All right, I'm gonna mix my resin. So that's another thing we do. We use resin. You don't have to. Let me just say this. The membership is, so let's set this aside. I'll turn the camera back up, I think. Let's see if I can do this. And yay, I see people requesting the tracer. So just keep in mind that since I'm live right now, it's not an automatic thing. I'm a one-man band. So I thought the lighting would be nice, but it looks terrible. Let me turn this one light off. Oh, that's not much better. See, now it's going to be too dark. Oh, I guess that's a little bit better. I'll turn this light up a little bit. So yeah, we do, hold on, let me just fix this. What was I saying? Did I make it too dark? Oh, not really. We do glass and resin, but a lot of the members are already, you know, it's a small community. Everybody, we all know each other in the glass and resin community, right? Oh my goodness, I have a lot of people requesting the tracer. That's great. And so a lot of the people already kind of know how to do glass and resin. They just want ideas because maybe they're selling and things like that. So I'm an idea person. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer, you know, my whole life. That's what I did for a living. So I've got too many ideas. And I love designing these templates, and I create them in Procreate and, you know, share them all the time. And so that would make it convenient for you, you know, if you're a seller, or even if you're, you know, doing it for yourself for gifts, you know, that's the whole idea. There's all these different tracers, different classes for you, but a lot of the people wanted to learn how to paint better, and I'm your girl for that. I've been painting, you know, my whole life, off and on. I will say, when I was a graphic designer, when I worked in the, I should mix my resin. When I worked, you know, before I started my little family, I was a graphic designer. I went to school to be an illustrator, found out how little money they made, and decided, okay, I just need to get a job. I need to move out of the house. I wanted to move out of the house. I was one of those people, just couldn't wait to move out of the house, and needed to start making money. And I just got a job as a keyline paste up artist. But, you know, it's called graphic production, graphic design, and worked my way up to being a designer and all of that. I loved it. I had a very long career in that. So I wasn't painting, you know, during those early years in my 20s, but I missed it. I really missed the really more creative part, you know. I mean, and then I got promoted into being a manager. All right, let me pour these two together, or I'm never going to get done. So I've got I've got 1¼ ounces of resin and 1¼ ounces of hardener, and I'm going to mix these two together. I'll show you me doing that just so that you see. So I'm just going to pour this one in here. And so I really missed it. So I'm a self-taught painter. I took everything else in school except painting. Can you believe it? So I am a self-taught painter, but I've been painting, you know, since my early 20s. And I like watercolor, I like acrylics. I've taken oil painting lessons for years. I was in a membership painting flowers. I don't love oils, to tell you the truth, but I do really love watercolor and acrylics. Those are my favorites. All right, so I want to get all of this out of here. Get it all in here. And I am going to wipe the sides while I'm doing this, just to get it all out. But later on, when I'm pouring the resin, I am not going to take from the sides because it may not be thoroughly mixed. Like right now, this is just hardener. And I don't want to accidentally just pour hardener only when I'm pouring. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's start mixing this. Does someone want to time me? Let's see if there's any comments here. Hi, Rhonda. Judy, Sherry, hello, hello. Say where you're from. Welcome, welcome. My name is Aggie. I'm Agnes Friedlander. Artist Heart Studio is my Facebook business page name. My membership is called The Painter's Journey. And I teach 2 lessons a month in the membership, and it is $32 a month. Plus you get the whole library of lessons. So I do that. I also sell my own art, and that keeps me pretty busy. Beautiful feather just happened to catch you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Put this back on camera. So have any of you guys ever noticed this thing from Hobby Lobby, this mirror that I'm talking about? I don't have this in the right place, do I? Isn't it pretty? Do you think you're going to use it? Shelly, are you timing me, girl? And of course, when you're mixing, you really do want to try and get all of that off of the sides and bottom. I've got my heat gun here. I've got some baby wipes. I'm good to go. Of course, the only thing I didn't do, I didn't tape the sides. Oh, and I need to get a riser. Let me go grab something to lift this up a little bit. And I didn't check if this was level, so let's do that real quick. Stir, stir, stir a little bit more. Shelly. Oh, it's okay. I should have asked you before. You can kind of tell when it's getting there. It'll look a little more clear. This seems like way too much for this. And hey, you know what I found at Hobby Lobby the other day is these gummy bear little tiny molds. Have you seen those there in the jewelry section? They're so cute. Oh, Wilson, are you leaving us? That's okay. Have a great weekend. Too hot here in Wisconsin. Oh, you're in Wisconsin? Sherry, so am I. I've got my windows closed and my air on, but I do have my sunflowers curing, so I can't make it too cool in here. But just enough to kind of pull that humidity out of the air. All right, so let's double check if we are level. So I'm going to raise this up. I'm going to be careful that I don't spill everything. I wonder if this table is even level. Yeah, I'm sure it's not going to, well, it's not that, actually, yeah, the table is level. Good, good, good. I'm in my basement studio, so it's like you never know, right? Oh, let me, I'm not on camera all the way. So yeah, you want to check that your surface is level, and the only reason why I'm checking it is because this is a table I don't normally use. This is like a new setup that I've got over here. How's this now? Oh, we're not upside down. I need to pull the camera away a little bit, right? Okay. Whew. Not easy to do. Oh my goodness, we're situated just right. That's nice. All right, let's see. I haven't been stirring the whole time. Thank you. Time is up. Hey, Debbie. You need to use the molds I sent you. I know, they're so pretty. I love those molds. Okay, so I think we are ready. Here we go. So, like I said, I'm not gonna pull from the sides at all. I'm gonna pull out of the center, you know, the main part where all of the resin is as I'm doing this. And I'm just gonna start to drizzle it over all this fun stuff. I sure hope that that glue was dry enough. And it will level, you know. You don't want to like dump it on there. You want to put just enough to hold it in place. So by lightly having a light stream of resin like this, that seems to be what works, you know, to just lightly coat every little bead or every little piece of glass if you're using glass. I think I made it too dark in here, didn't I? So see how that's a real thin stream of resin, and then it'll settle into all those little crevices. And then once you've got that, you know, the bulky stuff covered, it's just a matter of letting it kind of seep out from there and then spreading it. And you can use, there's different spreaders you can use. You know, you don't have to buy a silicone coated one like I have here. You could use, you know, a wooden craft stick. And then I can start to spread this. See, like this. I should have taped the sides. You know, that's one option. You could put blue painter's tape on the sides and bottom. I don't know. I tend to forget to do that. Because we just want to dive into making the pretties, don't we? Always, always. I just want to make pretty stuff. And hey, if you have any friends that you think are interested in this feather, please, please let them know. You know how to do it. Very much appreciated. And again, my website, if you want the tracer, I need to put that in the top. I think I did. Did I put that in the top, Shelley? My website for the tracer? I think I did. I sure meant to. And I am going to hit this with a heat gun in just a second. Yeah, I'm going to have a ton of resin left over. So I'll make some molds. I found someone on TikTok, a teacher that makes, that's where I got the idea. She makes gummy bear, little tiny gummy bear resin molds. And she gives them, it's an incentive, she gives them to the kids when they do well on their tests or something like that. I just think that's so clever. Who wouldn't want some gummy bears? She sounds like she's one of those really great teachers, you know. Anyway. Now you could add more beads on at this point if you wanted to, and kind of move them around with a toothpick or something. But I think I want to hit it with my heat gun first. There's a ton of bubbles in here. I think I have enough on here. I don't need to add any more. Just kind of spreading it. It tends to be about 1/8 of an inch of a layer of resin, like if I had to guess. Maybe a little less. But I think that's what it's supposed to level to. I think. Approximately. You know, it's hard to put it in words, right? Okay, so we've got a nice even coat. And I'm going to hit this with my heat gun now. You don't want to really overheat it. I probably tend to overheat just a little bit. I got stuff in the way. You know, 5-6 inches away. Keep it moving. You don't want to burn it. And, you know, a little bit more bubbles are going to probably come out of there. So I'll hit it again in about 15 minutes. And I usually hit it maybe 3 times. And that's it. I will show you a picture of it when it's all done. Bye, Brandy. Thanks for stopping by. And that's it, you guys. So let me just say goodbye and thank you so much for hanging out with me. Oops. And like I say, if you've got friends that you think would be interested, please let them know. Share this with them. It's called Funky Flowers. Happy to share the tracer with you. And I don't know when I'm going to do the next one. Maybe next Saturday if I can. I'll do another one with the other tracer. All right, have a great day and a fabulous weekend. Bye. Oh, oops.